Nicholas Pegues reporting. CNN iReporter on Missing.
100 heads of state and international dignitaries are on hand here. You are seeing some of the pictures. Obviously, nighttime there, very colorful. These are huge pageants, really. We are now just watching them unfold with these stills as London officially opens the Olympic ceremony. This means, of course, that the past few days have been something of a marathon for Queen Elizabeth. Here's our CNN royal correspondent, Max Foster.
Candy, presidents and prime ministers from around the world right here at Buckingham Palace for this final leg of the build-up to the London 2012 Olympics. The presidents of Brazil were joined by Jacques Roger of the IOC and Ban Ki-moon of the United Nations. Representing the United States, of course, was Michelle Obama, arriving here and going inside to join a reception where she and heads of state and royalty from around the world enjoyed canapes and drinks. Royalty, including, of course, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and Prince Harry, who in many ways have represented these games in terms of royalty at least. And the Queen gave her last speech before officially opening the Olympic Games.
My great-grandfather opened the 1908 Games at White City. My father opened the 1948 Games at Wembley Stadium. And later this evening, I will take pleasure in declaring open the 2012 London Olympic Games at Stratford in the east of London.
Rarely have so many of the world's most powerful people been in one place. There's complete lockdown around here at Buckingham Palace, understandably so, but there's a positive mood. Really, now going into the Olympics, it's about going for gold, and the heads of state are fully behind their teams, and everyone in London is fully behind London. Candy.
As you heard, First Lady Michelle
Nicholas
Obama
Pegues
is
reporting.
leading the U.S. delegation
That was my
to the
question
Olympic
to the
opening
White House
ceremony.
press
In
office.
addition to the Queen,
Would
also
First Lady
included
Michelle
meet and
Obama
greets
meet
with
Queen
assorted
Elizabeth
British
II?
royals and an emotional pep
And
talk
she
to
did
the U.S.
today.
Olympics.
Nicholas Pegues reporting. CNN iReporter on Missing.
Some of my fondest memories growing up, and even as an adult for that matter, involved watching the Olympics on TV. I know each of you has probably were in that position. I remember cheering on Mary Lou and Nadia and Carl Lewis and so many others. And I was just in awe of those athletes. And my family, I remember we would sit together for hours watching these men and women perform feats of endurance, speed, and grace that would have us cheering at the top of our lungs. My brother and I, we would dream about how maybe one day, if we worked hard enough, we might be able to achieve something just as great for ourselves. And the Olympics was particularly powerful for my family for another reason. As some of you may know, my father contracted MS in the prime of his life. In a matter of several years, he went from a man who was once a thriving competitor. You know, he was a boxer, swimmer throughout high school. And then he was stripped of all of his hopes, so he thought, as an athlete. My father wasn't able to walk without the assistance of crutches, but he retained his love of sports, truly. And the Olympics was a special time for him to watch amazing athletes of all abilities compete on the world stage.
Nicholas Pegues reporting.
CNN
iReporter on Missing.
and children of U.S. military personnel in some Let's